It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Pelicans in New Orleans. And for New Orleans, they've started the season with 2 wins and 2 losses. Not stupendous, but there have been some positive moments in those 2 wins that they might be looking to duplicate here tonight. And I think we're really going to enjoy this type of game, a battle of super athletes, if you will. Shaq, this question for you. It's
time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Last outing for Atlanta, unsuccessful. The loss to the Nets.
And really, had they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game, I think that probably changes the outcome.
No doubt. I mean, because there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. They've got Horford. Shot is out there with Cephalosha. Then there's Teague, and it's Hardaway in at the shooting guard. And the foul called on Brandon Knight. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Pelicans on D. Outside Teague. Shot clock at 6. The dish to Scott. All alone. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Off the pick. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Cephalosha, and Davis sends it back. And now the fast break. Gallinari with the ball, and Davis throws it down.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it. Really was a slow start for Gallinari last season. Took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
Horford with a screen on Gordon. Hardaway kicks to Horford. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Horford's got his first 2 points of the night.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
Davis sets a screen, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. Gallinari did get better and better over time. I mean, he improved. He started to get back to his former self near the end of the season.
Yeah, had that huge 47-point explosion towards the end of last season. And listen, he's still a young guy and hopefully can continue to build after his injury woes.
From about 19 feet, here's Horford. Sinks the 15-footer.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Let's send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Doris?
He said that one player he's really wary of is Anthony Davis, adding he can impact the game in so many ways. Defense, shot blocking, rebounding, and scoring. He's still adding muscle, and we've got to capitalize on that strength advantage at both ends. Kevin, that's the MO for any young player. We'll see how he stands up to it.
Thanks again, Doris. Lead away. Misses off the right iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Scott, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And by Mike Scott, a former second-round draft pick who has carved out a role here in the NBA the last 2 seasons, Clark. He was a major contributor off the bench.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tweener, not big enough to maintain position down low on a consistent basis and not quick enough to really be a three-man or small forward. But what he can do is get to the basket, rebound okay, and knock down the deep shot.
Alex Len's checked in for the Pelicans. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Hawks. That is out there with Horford. That's Thabo Sefolosha. Then there's Teague.
And getting back to Mike Scott, his three-point percentage and attempts have increased each year he's been in the league. With a high, quick release, he's capable of making tough shots with a hand in his face in a way other players simply can't.
Picked by Horford. Porter kicks to Horford. Shot misses. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Guys, we were talking about Scott shooting from downtown, but he can also score from mid-range, pick and pop off the dribble. When he's able to square his shoulders, he's deadly. I mean, he's a versatile big guy with a nice shooting touch.
There's a screen. Knight against T. The 10-footer. Does not find the mark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. Feeds it to Davis. Out to Gallinari. Knight wide open. Drills the three-pointer. Knight's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game. Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Pelicans trail by 6. Here's Davis. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Sefolosha. He dishes it to Horford. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And he gets it to go. Scott's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Teague against Knight. Outside Teague. Pass to Horford. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Horford's got 6 points.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Great open look there. And 12 points for Davis.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Teague. Teague's got his 4th assist in this one. The Hawks offense was a thing of beauty at times to watch last year. They really came together. They epitomized that term team so well.
You hit it right on the head. I mean, they knew how to find the open man. The ball always ended up in the right spot. And so many of their shots came from assists, 2nd in the league in that category.
Well, I tell you what, the Hawks were terrific in so many different ways last year offensively. They led the league in catch and shoot points per game. And when you watch video, that's what stands out.
Some changes for New Orleans. Omer Asher, he's checked in for Alex Len. Young comes in for Gallinari. And Gordon subbed in for Knight. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Splitters checked in for Horford. Mike Muscala comes in for Mike Scott. Justin Holiday's checked in for Sefolosha. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Jeff Teague. He used that pick to get in close. Splitters got his 2nd bucket.
Hawks also led the league in catch and shoot threes per game last season. They have a roster of guys that can knock it down with space and really made the most of it.
Boy, you got to love that nice assist by Jennings.
Anthony Davis grew 7 inches in one summer back in high school. You know, people forget he was committed to go to Cleveland State to play point guard out of high school, but then because of that growth, ends up signing at Kentucky, and the rest is history. So, I mean, you look at that 215-pound frame his rookie season, now up over 240, and that's enabled him to dominate the game even more. And I think it'll also help him improve his health.
And it's Schroeder missing. Pelicans trail by 5. It's tipped. Shot's good from Young. 1:21 left now here in the second. And Davis admitted he might have stayed another season at Kentucky if he'd known how NBA players would go at him physically in his rookie season.
Yeah, they look to punish him, but he's been on the weight he needs to hold his ground now. He doesn't want to get too much bigger, though. Quickness is such a huge part of his game. Doesn't want to lose that.
Jennings kicks to Davis. There's 53 seconds left in the second quarter. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Splitter with a screen on Jennings. Splitter passes to Splitter. And Holiday kicks it over to Schroeder. Splitter sets a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Nice job coming off that screen. Hardaway has got his second bucket of the night.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Jennings dishes to Davis. 17 seconds left in the first half. Young outside. No one near Jennings as he lets it fly. Davis. Offensive rebound on the wing, Gordon. They shoot again, and he sinks the layup. Gordon's got his first basket.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Hawks lead by 5. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm here with Brandon Knight. And Brandon, how do you break down this game so far and what you guys need to do in the second half?
We're moving the ball really well right now and, really finding an open man. So, I got to congratulate my team in the first half just on, moving the ball and really playing unselfish. But the main thing is getting stops, and it's going to come down to getting stops to win this game.
All good things to sustain for the second half, Brandon. Thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie, after 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They lead by 5. And we'll go to Kenny first. What'd you see out there?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and inserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and they helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
The shot blocking pair of Davis and Ashik inside. Gordon out there with Brandon Knight. And it's Gallinari in at the small forward position. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half. Knight against T. All the way up top. It's rebounded by New Orleans. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, a quick 2-game series between the two teams, one in each club's home building.
Well, looky here. We've got an inter-conference matchup. Always interesting to see how two teams match up that don't get a chance to see a whole lot of one another.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
There's a good screen. The feed now to T. The kick out to stop. Off target from outside.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And for the Pelicans last year, that they were at their best when they had great ball movement. Very tough to guard their team when the offense was so active.
Here's Teague. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. New Orleans in the lead. Davis kicks to Knight. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Knight's got 5 points so far. Well, on the Pelicans, guys, they were 25-4. This is a good point, Greg. When they had 24 assists in games or more. The average on assists last year was 22 a game, Clark, so they were above that, and they played well when they were throwing it around.
Exactly, and they were right around the league average on the year. That record of 25-4 shows you just how dominant they could be when they were moving the ball and finding teammates.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Lenz checked in for New Orleans. Martin comes in for Gordon. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Hawks.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
And guys, Brandon Knight really fits the mold of the new breed of NBA combo guard. He has the length and quickness to guard ones and twos, and his skill set allows him to generate offense both in transition as well as the half court.
Splitter misses.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Splitter kicks to Muscala. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Brandon Knight. Pelicans trail by 3. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Davis sets a screen. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Now Schroeder, he's got 5. Splitter sets a screen. Hardaway from outside, and no good trying to get that one. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. It's Atlanta up 3. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Atlanta leading by 3. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. You got Dennis Schroeder. Splitter is out there with Horford. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Holiday in at the 3. Schroeder passes to Splitter. And the one thing Thiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, it's consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. The hustle, whistles. He knows where he's supposed to be. He gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Justin Holiday, and it's Teague in for Dennis Schroeder. Jennings kicks to Davis. A baseline jam. Good, he hits the jump shot. Davis has got 25 points.
And for Tiago Splitter, he's been a relatively unsung player in his career, never getting his number called on offense, receiving little recognition from the media, but providing tough defense in the post. He shot over 55%, crashes the boards in the 20 minutes or so a game that he gets. So he's been good enough to really establish a productive career.
Davis drives in. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Kicks to Splitter. They set the screen. The pass to Teague. Picked by Horford. Teague dishes to Horford. A timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. And the Hawks lead by 3.
You know, getting back to Splitter, yes, you need superstars to win in this league, but you also need guys like him, guys who put the team first, who bust the gut, to carry out their responsibilities on the floor, off the court, and in the locker room. You need all of that to be a championship team.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, over that last break, I listened in on Alvin Gentry's huddle. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
Atlanta's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Picked by Horford. Teague drives in to the middle, unloads from 13. Horford no luck.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass. It hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, but over a full game, I like their energy. And if they can maintain that level of effort, I think it bodes well for them down the stretch. Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Here's Teague. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Davis against Scott. Davis kicks to Gordon. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 3 assists tonight.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical junction. Clutch.
Teague, the pass to Sefolosha. It's Scott on the wing. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question. I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead.
Here's Davis. Atlanta with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Out left to the wing. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That free throw good from Hardaway.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Pelicans trail by 4. Knight kicks to Gallinari. Dishes it to Davis. 7-foot shot, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Atlanta calls timeout.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Here's Horford. Pass to Sefolosha. Picked by Horford. Now here is Cephalosha. He's tightly guarded, and that one's good. Scott's got 4 this quarter.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Hardaway against Gordon. Scott with a screen on Gordon. Hardaway kicks to Scott. Out to the right wing. Teague against Knight. Here's Scott. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. And the Hawks lead by 6. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Knight kicks to Davis. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
He's really stepped it up this quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're in front by 4. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Knight against Teague. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Horford no up. Pelicans trail by 4. Knight with it. Picked up by Teague. And Davis, here we go. From 11 feet away. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
And he is one cool customer, guys, isn't he? Every possession magnified down the stretch, but he's been ready with only one miss against his 6 mates.
To play here in the fourth.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Asher dishes to Gallinari. Davis against Horford. To tie it up. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
How about Anthony Davis in this one? He has 35 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
And being smart with the ball like he's been today, Clark, I think it's critical for him and Ben. We should repeat that every game.
That one drops. He ties it up.
He's really the guy you want on the stripe in that situation. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's clutch.
Teague against Knight. Passes it to Horford. Buries it.
Al Horford clearly has the touch right now.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth.
And it's still within reach.
But they have to be really close to perfect from here on out. I mean, they have to get their offense right on target, right on point immediately.
And that's just great work there. Space, and then go and corral that backcourt. That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And he commits the intentional foul. That's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're down by 4. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, coaches tell them take the easy points in a hurry and then foul as soon as possible.
Yeah, but you don't want to foul blindly, though. I think teams make a mistake when they do that. Go for the steal. See if you can force a mistake. And then see what happens after.
Him there, just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot.
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And so they choose to intentionally foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're losing by 7. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And look, this one's out of reach. I don't know what they're thinking with this timeout.
Neither do I. I mean, maybe they're going over their plans or after the game. Who knows? But let's just get out of here.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson again, folks, alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Time now to take a quick peek at our...
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunity. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.